Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Have you ever wondered whether the richest individuals keep their money in bank vaults or buried beneath the ocean floor? Well, if you want to find out, then stick around as this video takes a look at where billionaires keep their money. But before we begin, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Number 5. Insane net worth.
I met Jeff Bezos 25 years ago, and he told me, Dave, I want you to invest in my company. What are you doing? I'm gonna start a bookstore in my garage. Okay, but if you invest in me, Dave, someday I'm gonna be the richest man in the world. I'll do over $100 billion. There is no such thing as $100 billion 25 years ago. Countries didn't have 100, our national debt wasn't $100 billion. And this dude's telling me at 26 years old?
Before we get into where they keep their money hidden, we should first take a look at why they need creative ways to store their wealth. The main reason for them to store their money in various places is because of their insanely high net worth. Billionaires don't just make $1 billion and call it a day. This is because their wealth keeps on increasing as time goes by. To put into context just how much money some of them have, consider the following fact. The amount of money that Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, has is more than the entire GDP of Iraq. Another similar example is that of Bill Gates, the man behind Microsoft, who has a net worth which is considerably more than that of Kuwait. Such insane amounts of money need to be securely kept in certain places, and that is what we are going to talk about next. Number 4. Banks. By banks, we don't mean that millionaires keep their money in banks. Although many do, one of the best ways to take advantage of banks is to own one. This was done by Joseph Safra, who owned multiple businesses worldwide. This keen understanding of how certain companies work had led him to have a net worth of around $24 billion. He passed away in December 2020, but was widely regarded as the richest banker in the world. One of the best banks that he had a lot of stakes in was Banco Safra. If you haven't heard of this bank before, you should know that this is the 8th largest bank in Brazil. But putting all your money into one thing is not financially sound, which is why he also owns several properties around the US. Number 3. The stock market.
Bill Gates. What's your favorite animal?
Dog.
What's your favorite food?
Hamburger.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
What is your worst fear?
No one deserves to have that much money, right? I mean, that's not like, you get rewarded, but I do think some of these, some of the wealth that can be accumulated is unreasonable.
One of the most common places where billionaires keep their money is in the stock market. By doing so, their wealth gets tied into the success of huge companies. So when those companies inevitably succeed and grow in value, so do the billionaires. One person that does this professionally is Warren Buffett, who is considered one of the best investors in the world. One proof of this was when he invested $1 billion into Coca-Cola back in the 1980s. His investment in that company is now valued at around $18 billion. So not only is the stock market a great place to store wealth, you can also keep on increasing it as time goes on. Another example of net worth being tied up with stocks is that of Mark Zuckerberg, who has the vast majority of his wealth due to his ownership of Facebook shares. Number 2. Trust funds. Another place where billionaires stash away their wealth is trust funds. These simple funds are a great loophole for someone looking to avoid taxes. One of the most interesting aspects of these funds is that it can be made out to any person that they choose. For example, if, say, Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos wants to make a fund and put some money into it for their future grandchildren, no one can object to that. Even though those children might not exist today, a fund can be set up to store wealth for them, and that is also beneficial to the one putting in the money. Isn't that crazy? Number 1. The manufacturing industry. Another lucrative venture where billionaires put their money in is manufacturing. This is one of the most important industries around the world, and one perfect example of success in that area is that of Elon Musk. When he first invested in Tesla, he had a dream to make the future sustainable. These days, he has forced the entire auto manufacturing industry to seriously consider electric cars, while his own company, Tesla, is leaps and bounds ahead of everyone in that sector. He recently unveiled a new battery that is set to revolutionize the world. These were some of the details surrounding billionaires and where they keep their money. People do find some creative ways to accumulate all that wealth, don't they? That brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the content that was shared, then leave a like on this video. And if you want more, then you can click on any one of the 2 videos on your screen. And until next time, take care and goodbye.